All right, g'day, hi, and welcome. So here's my lovely Mapex Armory Anaconda Burst Limited Edition, and I've finally tuned my drums after 7.5 months. I didn't tune the snare because I didn't need to. I didn't tune the bass drum because I didn't need to. But what I wanted was, and I was kind of going sort of with DW's recommendations of basically tuning that to C. So when I play my Mark Holcomb 6-string in drop C tuning, probably going to favor that tom quite a bit. I tune this to F sharp, so when I play the mighty 8-string, probably favor that. And then I tune this, instead of C sharp, I tuned it down to B. I got away with it. My little tuner has a... I'll show you what my tuner has. I'll show you my tuner. We gotta do it. Mode. That's B. So it's hard to tell maybe on the camera, but the resonation of that note is a B, which means 7-string. Oh yeah. So a different way. This I think should be tuned to an A. I didn't check it yet, but this kit, and again, I'm in Canada, so you guys know what the weather's been like here. Hot, and then the next day like 30 degrees cooler. Like it's unbelievable. And the kit stays in tune. So now, mind you, it stays in this room at all times, but yeah, is what it is. So that DW's recommending your drum. Well, I guess a 2218 like this would be to G sharp. I'd like to take it down to G. Personally, I like to take it down to B because of the 7-string. I kind of play the 7-string the most lately these days, and but G sharp G could be cool if you're a country player. Yeah, definitely C and G would be your, and maybe put this out to F, up to F, and put this one on maybe D. If you could tune it up to a D. Yeah. If you could tune it up to a D without popping it. Again, as a guitar player, I think in terms of musical notes. As a drummer, people think usually in terms of beats. But thinking in terms of the beat at a pitch of a note really makes you think differently on how you're going to hit what toms you're going to play during the song. So if I know there's a lot of open C chugging, this tom's going to get used a lot. And then, of course, you know, if you mix notes, you get different tones. You can get tritones off of this. You can basically G sharp, C, and B. Like that's a chord right there. You know what I mean? Or A. This is that's probably tuned to an A or whatever, A sharp, whatever it's tuned to. But yeah, so that's where I'm tuned at the drums. And what I did with the drums is I tuned the resonator head to, it's a little out there, but not too bad. Slightly out. I'll tweak them again tomorrow, but rather than having like a semitone difference between the resonator head and the top, I'm going with the full, both of them tuned together. It's a little trickier because if it goes out a bit, you hear the wave a little more, but you don't get the, you just get boom. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I want. Now, that said, these are still the Emperor UT heads, which are, they're cheap heads. They don't sound the greatest, but does the job. So tomorrow, hopefully, I can do some of my first double pedal, recordings. That should be. I got a long way to go, but yeah, gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So anyway, I just thought I'd talk about my tunings. How I tune my drums, the pitches and stuff like that. I know some people say, don't waste your time doing that, but trust me, it does. if I'm chugging away on this guitar in drop C right now, it's in a different Mark Holcomb tuning, but if I'm in drop C and this thing is tuned to it, that resonating note makes that guitar sound bigger and the bass sound bigger. So keep that in mind when you're tuned to notes rather than just tuned. The drum kit can be tuned to anything and it'll sound good, but it'll be in key with what you're playing, which will make everything sound better. Anyway, just my take. You guys tell me what you think, and there you go.